Hi everyone, I'm Chaudhery. I'm a pediatric occupational therapist, and today on School of Kidsmen, I'm going to bring you 5 tips for working with kids with autism. If it seems like there are more children in your program with autism than ever before, you're probably right. When I first started these trainings about 8 years ago, the stat we would use is that about 1 in 88 children have autism. Today, the CDC in the US estimates that about 1 in 44 children now have an autism diagnosis. Autism is characterized by challenges with social skills, repetitive behaviors, delays with both expressive and receptive speech, and sensory challenges. And a lot of our kids also have a lot of difficulties with sleep and with eating as well. So how do we support kids with autism? Our first tip, talk to their parents before you meet them. Get to know as much information about these kids as you can. Try to figure out what is going to make them feel comfortable in your program and what might set them off, and what some of those triggers might be, so that you can have a plan with the parents of how you're going to support that child. Number 2, have a little quiet space prepared ahead of time, or some extra activities that can be done on the sidelines. You might want to have a beanbag chair, a little tent for a quiet spot, some books, some cars and trucks, some Lego, and maybe some sensory activities for the kids. Again, getting to know them a little bit ahead of time will help you have a few things that you know they're going to enjoy if they need a little break. Prepare to be flexible. Have your routine set ahead of time, and if you can, try to let parents know what your program is going to look like so they can help prepare their child. But then be ready to have those side activities just in case things don't go according to plan. Tip number 4, visuals, visuals, visuals. So as we remember, kids with autism often do better communicating when there's pictures involved, and also understanding. So here we've got a really basic schedule here. We only put a few things up at a time, and you can actually get kids to help you move them as we're finished with those different items. Another trick we often use is a little keychain visual. So this is something that a special helper could have with them to help indicate, for example, stop, we don't want to go there, or do you want this, yes or no, how are you feeling, those sorts of things. And then another great visual that you can be using with all of your kids is the visual timer, and this really helps with transitions, and there's a great one here on the iPhone. Something that counts down and they know, okay, I've only got 1 minute left, then we're moving on to the next activity. And tip number 5, we really want to have open communication with parents. Often what I hear a lot as a therapist is mom and dad want to know if their child interacted well with others. And often that is the whole goal, the whole reason why they're bringing them to your ministry or your program, is because they want them to learn how to make friends and practice those social skills that are so difficult. So when you see the good things happening, make sure we're reporting those things to mom and dad too, because that can make all the difference. And that's one way we can really be showing the love of Christ to our families. In Matthew 19:14, Jesus said, "Let the little children come to me and do not hinder them, for theirs is the kingdom of God." I hope that this top 5 tips for working with kids with autism helps you to help these kids come to the kingdom of God.